One thing that I absolutely adore in the media right now when it comes to Rise of Skywalker is the uncertainty that's being portrayed. I mean, they got the movie that they wanted. They asked for all of these factors. They asked for a certain fandom to be removed, and now they don't know if that movie will sell. I mean, look at this article in front of you, for example. You would think that this thing would be lively with all of the shill material that you would need. You'd think that, but of course you'd be wrong. I mean, if you look at this, you have things like, advanced ticket sales are strong, but not overly robust. Hey, here's a way out, because if you get bad reviews, then all projections, they're out the window. Everything could fall apart. Doesn't sound like these people are really feeling good about this movie, does it? So hey there. So today I want to return to that big trash fire burning in the galaxy. This, and it's not a galaxy far, far away, our Disney Star Wars. This is a mess too. My favorite mess to roast marshmallows on. What a marshmallow we have in front of us. But before we get to that and get to roasting, if you like this kind of content, if you want to help an umbrella out, help us with our interactions. That means subbing to the channel, and thank you ahead of time for doing that. So many people have been doing that lately. I appreciate that immensely. Also, sharing videos, liking, commenting, those things, they definitely do help this stuff out. I mean, if you comment and just say interaction, it helps. Leaving it playing in the background helps. Anything out there that drives it forward, gets this message out there. It's beautiful to know this stuff goes out, and it can't be ignored. So you see this article talking about how this is going to make $205 million plus. That's a great number, right? Except, no, not really. So we've been hearing for quite some time from exhibitors and distribution sources that advanced ticket sales are strong, but not overly robust for Rise of Skywalker. Now, what they tell you there is they mean they're not the same as they were for, say, Force Awakens, where you saw 247.9 million, or Last Jedi, where you saw 220 million. I think when you look at that and you think about the division that last movie courted and the scores that people saw, yeah, they didn't like that at all. And then when they saw what Disney brought to the table, how they treated fandom, I think a lot of people were turned off by that too. Now, hence, early AM estimates for the J.J. Abrams movie hitting track, when averaged, are at about 205 million, giving the comparative titles provided. Now, you have places out there that have been giving this, high praise. You have certain places like Atom Tickets, apparently, but they're newer. And some of the older places, they're not really on target there. Now, as of 8 a.m., one tracking firm said 175 million too, but that also seems low. Working in Skywalker's advantage is that Abrams and stars Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver are already hitting the talk show circuit to generate heat. Now, I think some of the things that we've seen to generate heat too are things like, we almost had a script get lost. I think that that's fake. In fact, I'm going to talk about that in another video pretty soon, but I think that was to generate buzz. We've seen all types of other efforts to do that too, and I wonder how exactly that resonates with crowds. Not our crowd here, but with just a normie crowd. How exactly does that hit? Is that a pro or con? Now, as in typical with tracking of late, if the reviews are bad for Skywalker, and we hope not, then all projection gas here goes out the window. The world Hollywood premiere for Skywalker is December 16th, and we'll be seeing for critics and media around the same time. Now, that's a dumb thing, too. When you think about the world premiere opening, we're actually going to have openings outside of the U.S. before. So we may actually see, certain sources online leaking this kind of stuff. And when you see that early ease of which to go out and grab a movie, yeah, you're going to hurt your ticket sales too. Now, everyone is believing, based on pre-sales and the fact that this is a threequel in episode 7 to 9 sense of the word, that ticket sales will be lower for Skywalker. Again, bracing for the baddies. I will say this: when Skywalker reviews break, they should they report that this threequel is, of course, correcting the left turns that many fans griped about and ruined Johnson's Last Jedi, word will break out like wildfire, and the sky is the limit when it comes to the threequel's opening. hands down. So, I mean, you look at that there, you can tell, too, that they're acknowledging, hey, there were a lot of problems with that last movie. You may have Ruin Johnson going out there and throwing fans under the bus, but even the media is telling you that there were problems. Good job, Ruin. Good job indeed. And expect it. Hardly a holiday play period is in store no matter what. We haven't seen, knock on wood, winter storms ruin the opening weekend of Star Wars movie yet. Even episode 4 prequel Rogue One at $155 million. Just bad audience, word of mouth spurred by the stigma of a prolific director divorce. And I mean Solo. Yeah, that's not why it failed at all. You folks, I swear, when you look at that, you don't get it at all. Now, of course, they go through comparisons with other movies as well, how exactly that could open, talking about other things. They tell you with, let's say, Last Jedi was in wide release, north of 1,000 theaters for 8 weeks back in 2017, to Force Awakens 12 weeks. Force Awakens became the highest grossing title stateside with $936.6 million. Last Jedi became the 9th in the U.S. and Canada with $620.1 million. Yeah, you notice the differences in earnings there. They want to say that that's because of a prequel or a trequel or whatever they want to call it out here. But really, what you're talking about is burnout. People are tired of these movies. They haven't been good. Did you ever think that you would have people saying that about Star Wars? You have normal people that are just tired of seeing it, period. People aren't buying the merchandise either. They're not excited about it. And then when you think about the devotees to this, yeah, they're not around either. Like I said, this stuff should say something. It should say, oh, you should panic. And you know what? These articles do. They do indeed. But anyhow, you tell me what you think. What do you think this will do now? And I'm not saying it won't be a success. Oh, it'll make money. These movies make money. But how much money do they make? That's the question with it. But anyway, let me know what you think. As always, I want to thank you for showing up. I want to thank you for participating. You make this stuff possible. You make all endeavors possible. That's what these companies forget. And hey, woe be it to them. If they want people to fasten their wallets and just sit on them and not open them up, hey, that's their thing. For myself, I want to thank you for your time and consideration with this. You don't have to spend anything to show up for stuff, but you do. You spend time, which is valuable, more valuable really than money there, because it's a commodity that you can't get back. So thank you. Ending again, I want to say that if you want to leave pro or con comments, don't care which one there is. Maybe YouTube removes them, but I don't. And also, if you want to get the interactions up, help us with that. Definitely appreciate it. Again, thank you for showing up. We'll be doing this again soon.